Hey kids, even though there is no official date for prom this year, Mr. Seha wants to get you prom shirts anyway. We have designed the prom shirts in our class for years, but this year we are going to do it way different, so bear with me. First, let's talk theme. This year's theme is the Roaring Twenties. If you are not familiar with the Roaring Twenties, it was a decade of change, much like today. Its designs are known to have bold, sharp lines and curves called Art Deco. What is Art Deco? It's a style of visual arts, architecture, and design that first appeared in France just before World War I. Art Deco is associated with both luxury and modernity. I think that's a word. It combined very expensive materials and exquisite craftsmanship and put it into modern, futuristic forms. Nothing was cheap about Art Deco. Pieces of furniture included ivory and silver inlays, and pieces of Art Deco jewelry combined diamonds with platinum, jade, and other precious metals. The style was used to decorate. For my art people out there, Art Deco was directly influenced by the bold geometric forms of Cubism and the Vienna Secession. You have probably seen Art Deco around and not even been aware of it. The Chrysler Building in New York is probably the most famous example. A little closer to home, Cleveland State has its own great example with Fenn Tower, the engineering dorm room. Yes, this is what it looks like inside. It is an amazing building and an awesome opportunity right up the road from us. If you have not seen the architecture, you've probably seen the fonts. They are used on a lot of the fancy invitations I never get. If you watch the award shows like the Oscars, they use a lot of Art Deco design. One day I'm going to get one of these awards. The fonts on these invitations are elegant and curvy. These type of fonts you'll want to incorporate into your design. When I think of this stuff, I think of the original Batman the Animated Series, but that's probably a little old for you kids. Many of the Marvel characters' design also use this style, particularly Captain America. Take some time and research a little bit about the 1920s design in Art Deco. There is a lot of history here, good and bad, I am admitting. I just want you to focus on the design themes from the 1920s. And these are characterized by smooth lines, geometric shapes, streamlined forms, and bright, sometimes garnish colors. I am sure you've learned more than you think in your social studies class. You are going to take these ideas and design a Roaring Twenties prom t-shirt. That is this year's prom theme, the Roaring Twenties. As to how to design, well, we are going to use custom ink to lay out our design. It works way better than the Inkscape on a Chromebook. I appreciate you kids giving that a try with the graduation signs. Though you are going to have to sign up for a free account to share it with me. I'm sorry about that. Our shirts will be printed locally though, but the design will be from here. Please use your school address when signing up, no personal ones. I don't want you getting spammed. When you are done with your design, send it to me for credit. That's it. One of these designs, much like the senior sign, will be made and given out to the students. Let's go ahead and take a look at how to use Custom Ink's Design Studio to make a shirt. Kids, this is the Custom Ink Design Studio. We're going to go through a couple parts of it as we talk about what you need to have in your t-shirt. First thing, we'll talk about style. If you would like to change the style, you can, but I will tell you Mr. Seha prefers this one. Unless you got some compelling reason why it needs to be a V-neck or some other design, you can try, but let me remind you kids, I'm not picking the winner. Mr. Seha is. So design to stuff that he likes. After we figure out the type of shirt we want, we can figure out the color of shirt we want to go with here. To change that, you can come down here in this corner, hit change color. It's going to bring up this box here and you can select any color you want. I will say again, Mr. Seha prefers black or white t-shirts, so I would stick with one of them, but you can be as adventurous as you want. Once we get a shirt we like, we can start adding stuff to it. I would start by doing some sort of text. And remember, our theme is the Roaring 20s. So how about the North Royalton Roaring 20s? I'm not going to give you any good information, kids. You're going to have to come up with your own stuff. We can put that in there. We can also do some things here. Now, let's talk a little bit about the color first. Much like the graduation signs, you're going to be limited to one color on this printing. That means no color photos, images, or anything like that. Whatever color you choose has to work with the background or the color of your t-shirt. So if I stick with white here, everything on my shirt has to be white. So you have two colors you can select for this project. One, the background t-shirt. Second, any printing that goes on top of it. Again, one color. Mr. Seha is not going to do multiple colors. Once you get a color you think you like, you can start manipulating it or doing design. So if you notice in this one, when I start dragging it, I get this box that comes up back here. This is going to give you a general layout where it would go with different sizes. So youth will give you what a small shirt would kind of look like, adults a little bigger ones, or if you want to do something towards the pocket area in the corner. This is just to help you lay out where it's going to be on the shirt. If you look over here, you can do some different things. We can rotate this around. We can also give it a shape. So if we want a curve or an arch or anything we want, we can come in here and take a look at it. My shirt again has this outline. Make sure you don't have one here. We're going to have to take that away. You can add anything in here that you like. You can also add different art. So if you look here, there's different arts and symbols and all kind of things you can look through here to find stuff. So if you go through, these are some nice Art Deco things here. To get it on there, we just double click. Let's say we want to make like a little crown for our North Royalton Roaring 20s there. You can go through. There is a ton of stuff to go through. Too much for me to cover here. But look through. There's a lot of awesome designs you can put on your shirt here. Only thing I'm going to point out here under animals, if you go under paws, please remember a bear paw is 5 fingers, not 4. 4 fingers is a cat. Make sure you are using the correct design. If we want that in there, we can add that again in if we want. Again, it's up for you, whatever you want to do. We'll put the year in. And we can take any shape that we want and figure out what we want. You can also upload images if you would like. If you draw something out, you can try. Here's a little picture of social distance dancing. Our shirt's a little crowded, we don't need it, but you can add it just like that. There are tons of things you can do, so go through a lot of them. When you get a shirt that you like, again, only the front we are designing it out. One color on the print. Once you get one that you think you like, you are going to save and share. So click on that button. It'll bring up the following box. You can just put your design name in here, Rhodes Prom. Put your email address in so you have a copy of it. Hit save. And then it'll give you a link, and this is what you're going to send to me. I am then going to send it to Mr. Seha. Whatever decision he makes, that's the one we're going to pick. That was talking a little bit about the design. Let's go ahead and look at the specifics you're going to have for your project. Here is our rubric, kids. It's pretty simple. Here's what you have to include in your design that you send to me. You have to select a t-shirt color. White is obviously an option, so this is pretty much a freebie. Design has to be on the front only. Can't have anything on the back of the shirt. Only one ink color for text and designs. You need some sort of Roaring '20s theme that we've talked about. The shirt somewhere has to say North Royalton, NRHS, NR, NORO, whatever you want, has to identify as North Royalton somewhere in there. We have to identify it as a prom shirt, so prom has to be in there. The year 2020, 20, whatever, however you want to put it. And of course, your shirt has to be your own design. It is going to be due next Wednesday, May 13th. These shirts will probably be around for the next 30 or 40 years, so be proud of your design. That's it, kids. As always, if you have any questions, please send me an email. Otherwise, I can't wait to see what you design. Good luck!